Alright guys, welcome back. My name's Dom, I'm the Chief Tech. So today we're going to be working on something a little bit different. I've been wanting to build a worktop or a workbench for a very long time, and today's the day. All the wood's turned up and let's crack on. I'll list all the materials I use down below, but before that, grab a coffee and I'll see you on the flip side. Right, as this is my first workbench, I kind of need something basic for now. So I'm going to make a frame, put a top on it, and we'll put vices and whatnot on another video. So what I need from a workbench really is strong, easy to take apart for when I move later on in about a year and a half or so. And yeah, I need it to be simple basically. So what I'm going to do next is scale down the wood, cut it all down to size. For the sheet goods, I'll put the measurements down below, but I'm going to breeze through that bit. It's the legs and the frame that I'm going to focus on the videos. Right, to cut a straight line is very simple. What you want is a straight edge of some sort, so I'm going to use this level that I've got, and a couple of clamps. So what you want to do is line up your jigsaw, with the base plate of it, against this rail, and line up perfectly with the line I've already drawn, if you can see that. I've already measured it out, and then what you need to do is get your clamps, get your jigsaw, line it up roughly as best you can there, get your straight edge, line it up here, clamp it, and then do the same on the other side with these speed clamps or whatever clamps you've got, and then with the jigsaw itself, checking that you're straight if you butt it up against the line. Where I can see right now I'm just a degree off, so I'll bring it in a little bit, clamp it down again, and triple check the line you're going to cut. And as you can see, the cut is nice and square. Right guys, what we're going to do for the legs is have two 2x4s screwed together. One's going to be slightly shorter than the other, and one's going to have a notch cut out of it. The reason why I've done that is when I put the frame on top, I could screw it to the side, but for a bit of added extra strength, I can put the 2x4s on top of this, screw it to this piece of the wood, and then it's twice as strong. All the downforce will be going through the leg, not through the hardware. Right, so in effect the leg would sit like this. Two pieces, one shorter than the other, would connect like this, and the frame sits on top there. So next step will be to cut this longer piece so it has a notch in it. So here's a bit of a better view of my setup. So I've got one clamp putting force onto the desk here so it doesn't move that way, another piece of wood that puts a bit of pressure down here when I put the clamp nice and tight against that, so it's nice and firm. So in effect, the piece doesn't move, I can cut straight. Okay, so from our cuts just now, we have two pieces of wood, one shorter, one longer, one with a notch cut out of it. So when they're screwed parallel to each other and made nice and square, one piece of wood can sit on top of here, another piece of wood on top of here, and that will create part of the frame. Just to illustrate that a bit more, let's say this is a longer piece of 2x4. One will sit on top of here, and the other one will sit on top of here. Right, as that's 2 legs done, let's get 2 more done and then put the frame together on top, and that's most of the bench done. Right now guys, what we're going to be doing is squaring these up, putting them together with a couple of clamps, drilling some pilot holes and then screwing them together. Right, so what's left is to put the frame on the top. So I've marked out which leg's which, front and back, left and right, and we're going to screw it all together. Right guys, once you've done the top and the legs and the frame is put together, you want to brace the legs at the bottom, making sure that they're square and the braces are at the same height, as eventually I'm going to put a shelf on here. Right, I've added braces to the bottom of the legs and I've also braced in the middle as well to give it added strength. Right, so I need to put a top on this now. Right, so there we have it. Here's the bench at the end. Looks pretty good. There's a few things I'd change, as it's my first bench. I'd change the design a little bit to include a shelf underneath, which I might modify in the future. But otherwise, yeah, a few mistakes made along the way, but I've learned quite a bit for the next one. So yeah, thank you for watching today, and like, comment and subscribe and all that good stuff, and I'll see you on the next one.